Good morning, everyone. Let's talk about presentations, public speaking, and communication in general. In this video, I'm going to share with you some tips for you to be able to give a good presentation, even if you feel afraid, nervous, stressed out, which is pretty normal. First of all, I really believe that and having the skill of talking to people, of presenting yourself to the world, of communicating is a very, very important skill. It makes a huge difference, and you will see that in your life, wherever you go, whatever you do, you will have to communicate with people in numerous circumstances, whether you go to the bank, you go to the hospital, you go to the university, you go for a job, or even if you go for a date. And I must say a big disclaimer before I begin that I myself, I have struggled a lot, and I still struggle with having that confidence to talk and convey my message and convince people, and also and not let myself be overwhelmed by that sense of fear. Because I think most of us, one of the biggest problems that we have is that we somehow think that some people are born with confidence. For example, if I have to talk about myself, when I was a young student, a teenager, it's not like I was shy. I wouldn't say I was timid or shy, but maybe our educational system and the way we have been brought up and our own fears and thoughts and shame and overthinking have led us to believe that you have to be perfect in order to succeed at something, and that people are going to make fun of you, and that you should live your life with that concern, like what are people going to think about you. So like I was saying, I was not shy, but it's true that I didn't really focus on exploring and improving that part of me. Like I was mostly doing very well in exams and grades, but not really being aware of that importance of developing your confidence and your personality, and not having fear to go on elocution contests, debates, etc. Most of us, we would like, when you tell a student to go in front of the class and talk, like they are very scared, even if it's just in front of their students, their friends, I mean. So I think, like, number one is you have to banish that fear out of your mind. Like, I always think of something when I'm afraid or scared or stressed in a situation. I just tell myself, like, what's the worst thing that could happen? Let's say you go and talk in front of an audience, and then people laugh at you, or people are not listening, or people are insulting you. So that's it. Like, that's not the end of the world. Like, it's not something that should stop you from trying new things in life, from progressing, and from saying your truth. I think maybe with age and exposure and experience, you gain that maturity that many things are actually not that important. They are not the end of the world. If someone doesn't like you or someone makes fun of you, it's not the end of the world, but it's very important to at least try. So I really think that you have to be aware of that. Tell yourself that I am ready to face whatever will happen, and I will still, nothing will happen that will stop me from trying again. It's not something that is like, kind of, I say, the end of the world scenario. So just take it easy. And now, number two, you have to practice a lot. Most people, again, they are in that misconception. They think that some people just have it easy. Some people, when they look at on YouTube these motivational speakers, or they have a very confident classmate or co-worker, they think that these people haven't worked on it. But you have to work on it. You have to practice in front of the mirror, practice talking to all kinds of people, having the guts sometimes to make the first step and ask someone for a question, or just make a conversation. Don't always stay in that zone of fear, because you're not going to learn anything from fear. And also, very important, if I may say, number three, like, you really have to present yourself to the world in your best angle. Pay attention to your physical appearance. It's very important that you feel at your most confident. If you're going out to make a presentation, people will notice every little detail. You might think that people will not pay attention, but how to be confident, I will make another video on how to be confident. But we all know that confidence and appearance does matter, because if you neglect yourself, you will not be feeling that confident, most likely. So make sure that you are working out, you look best, you look fit, and not just looking fit, but eating right and all of that, exercising, meditating, but wear your flattering outfit, wear something that is decent but that is flattering, something that is elegant, and you may wear some favorite jewelry, anything that gives you confidence. It might be the way you do your hair or the way you do your makeup. It might be a special perfume that you wear. It might be anything, a pair of high heels, for example. I always feel like wearing high heels gives me a lot of confidence. So when I do presentations, I would love to wear high heels and I would feel really able to deliver the best. So also, how to succeed at a PowerPoint presentation or at just going in front of an audience and talking. Many of us, we make the mistake of thinking that, if you rehearse whatever you have to talk about, like you are talking about, let's say you're talking about the impact of climate change. You might be very well versed in your topic. You might be the most intelligent person in the room, but maybe when you go and speak on it, you totally freeze, or you just no one is paying attention and the presentation is a total fiasco. The talk is totally not interesting. No one is able to really listen to you. So you have to be aware that when you're talking to an audience, it's not about you. It's just about everything. There is an energy that goes on, a general collective intelligence. So be aware of that. It's not like it's just about you and your topic. Make sure to involve all the people in your talk. Like you might make examples on the people in the crowd. You must make eye contact with the people in the room. Don't just look on the floor or look upstairs. People will believe that you are not really confident yourself, you're afraid. And how will you be credible as a leader, as a speaker, if you don't even have the guts to acknowledge people's eyes? I know it can be intimidating, but like I said, it's practice. Practice makes perfect, and you just have to keep trying. So this year I made a commitment to myself that if I am afraid of something or something makes me feel kind of stressed, I will do it even more, because I have to face my fears in order to grow. So just by acknowledging that, like for example, I have started to put myself forward and go in front of the class and talk. And when I talk, I look at all these people one by one. I learn so much on them. And it's an important part, guys. You can't go and do a presentation and keep reading. I've seen so many people who are really, they struggle a lot when you listen to them. Like they talk as if they do everything in the world. When they are with their friends or on their phones, they might seem like the most confident person, but when you look at them, they go on in front of a stage, not just in front of a stage, but in front of a classroom full of 10 people, you will see that they have no confidence at all, and that's very unattractive. I would not like to see someone talking and just taking a piece of paper, reading and reading and reading. They make no eye contact at all. They don't communicate with their audience at all. They don't seem to understand what they are talking about. They don't seem to have any passion for what they are talking about. So it really defeats the purpose. I love to watch TED Talks. I love to watch YouTube videos, and I'm really very, very interested in developing that skill, because it's not just about making a presentation. It makes everything more enjoyable. Let's say that you're studying on some topic and you go and you try to simulate a talk on that, and you make a little presentation or a little video, and then you go and you talk about it. I'm sure it will be even more interesting, because it makes it more real, makes it more concrete, instead of just reading lots of theories from a book. So these are just a few tips that I have shared, but of course I keep learning myself, because it's now that I have really started to work on that. And I have also some very more important tips for you. If you feel like you get nervous when you do presentations, and sometimes you feel like you can't do that, you can't just you seem to be stuck, there are a lot of tips that I can share with you. For example, don't think that you have to keep talking non-stop from beginning to end. You have to keep, you are allowed to take a pause. Taking a pause is very important. It will allow your audience to kind of reflect, and not just, if you keep talking on and on and on and not leave any second of blank, people will be zoning out. And drink some water. If you feel nervous, like, you can just keep a glass of water, you drink some water, you get the time to collect your thoughts. And also, again, breathing. Don't forget that sometimes when we feel stressed, it's as if we can't breathe, we seem out of breath. because it's true, like our heart is beating so fast, and why don't we just stop and breathe? Well, you will see that if you breathe, you smile, and you drink water, it will be the confidence that you have, the relaxation that you have, the enjoyment that you have in your presentation. It will be seen, and people like that. People are impressed by that. So I think all of us, we can be a leader. We can be a leader in our private, professional, personal, spiritual lives, in whatever way you want to, but it will not come by magic. You have to work on it, and of course you can. It just depends on how badly you want it. So those are a few of my tips, and I hope that it will be able to help you and help myself to advance in this beautiful journey called life. So thanks for watching, everyone. I will see you soon in another video, hopefully.